Hey guys, Will Scully with AudioSavings.com. It's great to be here. It's NAMM 2014. Again, here in the Peavey booth having a great time with our man Greg. And Greg, you know, we've got a couple of new releases on the PVX Powered Series. Why don't you go ahead and just take it away for us?
Okay. Well, this is our entry-level powered series of speakers. We have a 10, 12, and 15. They're all 800 watts of power. And the nice thing about them is they can go on a pole, they can be as a monitor, which most do. There's not a lot unique about that. The nice part about that is the components. I think people really need to look at componentry when they buy a speaker, because they look at a grill, they look at the price, and they go, well, that's where money has to be better. Or you know, they all are the same, but they're not. When you have a compression driver, the bigger the magnet, the lower in frequency it goes, so it matches with the speakers. So you don't have that mid-range hole. Here is our RX-14, all right? That's the size of the diaphragm. Right here is the size of most of our competitors' diaphragm. This particular one is in a cabinet that costs more than twice of these. Twice the cost, twice. And that's what they're selling you. So you really have to look at that, and I wish DJs would really be more aware of what's inside the box as opposed to what the box is.
Absolutely aware of what they say it can do, you know, at the store. And again, you know, when Peavey's, you know, it's been around forever. It's a household name, and like, you know, when you guys take it and you go all the way down to the actual componentry, you know, I mean, then we're getting somewhere. So this is great proof in hand.
We're an engineer-driven company. Hartley Peavey owns Peavey, and he approves every product, and he's like, my name's on there, has to be right. It's not a corporation. We don't just say how much money can we get out of this. I quite frankly thought he should charge a lot more for these. And he actually told me, he goes, I won't do that. I'm lying to my customers, charging them more than I should.
He just lets you pay more for them.
Well, no, but the point is, like, these are actually much, you know, they're much better than the price point, because that map, you got $329, $349, $399.
Wow.
And it's like, but here's the nice part about it. In the back of it, all right, you have 800 watts of power, input, output, volume, very simple.
Okay.
But this panel right here, we have three component modules can go in here. We have a 3-channel mixer you can buy for under $100 and put right in here.
Wow, okay.
We have a 9-band graphic EQ you can put in here.
Okay.
And we have a 3-band parametric EQ. If you're a little more technical, you can put in here.
Okay, quick question, and not to catch you off guard or anything, but let's say that we were to use the throughs and to daisy chain them, and then we put on the first one an EQ.
Yes, they'd affect each other.
Wonderful.
You can use one and one and one and the other.
Nice.
3-channel mixer in one, a 9-band EQ in one, and you can share all that.
Wonderful, wonderful. So one DQ, you know, you essentially got EQ for all your, you know, the whole stack.
For the whole stack, right.
Wonderful.
Now, we make a subwoofer for it called the PVXp Sub. Now, we wanted something compact and small, people can move around. This thing weighs about 40 pounds. It's very light, but we give you casters on the back. And there's a 15 in here. And I'll be honest, when we came out with this, I was disappointed because I think most people want an 18.
Right.
Well, if you know our Cosmos subharmonic generator, we put one in this.
Okay.
And it's variable. It's not on or off. Because when you do that, it can be off or obnoxious.
Okay, all right.
So it's variable, so you can tune it how much low end you really want. So when you use this and you bring the Cosmos in, it sounds like an 18, but you're not paying for an 18 and not getting the weight and the size of an 18.
Is that like a frequency generator? Is it like an auroral exciter, or what is it?
They're all similar, but what ours does is we take a very narrow frequency between like 55 and 62 hertz.
Okay.
And we give you that exact image
duplicated.
An octave below.
Sure.
But the important part is when this sample stops, this stops too. Most don't. They roll.
Okay.
And when that was developed in the 90s by other companies, that was the sound. But now it's not very musical.
Well, you don't want reverb on your bass, and yeah, absolutely.
You want extra. But let's look at the back of this, because I think this is the most important part of the speaker. So of course you have your wheels, you have your input, your volume, and here's your Cosmos that's variable from a little bit to a lot.
Okay.
Now if you notice in the white here, these are outputs. So I can go into this and go out to 2 different high packs. So some guys use one sub with 2.
Very nice.
But here's the best part.
Nice.
Variable crossover between 90 hertz and 180 hertz.
Nice, good.
Because if you're using a 10, you probably want to cross it over closer to 180.
Sure.
A 12, about 160, and a 15, 150, 140.
Sure.
So now, depending on what your top is, you can make the sound what you want it to be.
And that's going to maximize your powered speakers on the top. You're going to be able to get a lot more scream out of those guys by being able to adjust your crossover.
Yeah, and quite frankly, a lot of people want 15s. I prefer a 12 on top of this.
Okay.
But with 15, Some people may love it, or maybe it's a little muddy. Change your crossover; it'll clean it up.
Sure.
And people don't realize how important a crossover is. But at $5.99, you can't get a better sub.
No, people pay $8.
Yes, exactly. So we're at NAMM, that happens.
Yeah.
So that's a PVXp Series, and I would put this against things twice their price. I really would. So just try.
Yeah.
Try. Well, I'll tell you just 2-second story. I had 10 DJs in a room with the PVX 12 and 3 other brands. And I put a scrim in front of it so no one could see.
Okay.
8 out of 10 of them picked the PVX the best sounding.
Okay.
I had them leave the room and I changed their places.
Sure.
And I took the scrim away. I said, come back in. Pick them. The 8 guys that picked the Peavey, only 2 of them picked the Peavey again.
Really?
The other guys picked other brands that were twice the price.
Sure, because they don't know.
Because they're listening with their eyes, not their ears the second time. The first time, they didn't know what they were hearing, and then when they saw what they were hearing, they picked something else because of their perception.
Exactly.
So listen with your ears, not your eyes.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Greg, thank you so much. Much appreciated. And again, you know, just because it says $1,000 and one says $600, man, fire them up. Put them to the Pepsi challenge. Thanks for sharing that, Greg. Much appreciated.
Yeah, listen to your speaker, and if you think something that sounds better than ours, buy it.
Fair enough. You know, or you can just take his word for it and go to audiosavings.com and pick up a pair today.
Well, no matter what you buy from audiosavings.com.
Well, I mean, that's a given, man. Thanks for backing us up on that, Greg. You're always awesome. Thanks again, guys. This is Will Scully signing out.